Jesus didn't like crowds. He didn't trust them. Because he understood the strategy for changing the world. And the strategy for changing the world is not large meetings, big events. It's small groups committed to intensive transformation. So he chose 12 people. Can you imagine someone who came to change the world only chose 12 people? And his only focus with them was on leadership development. He started with raw material, which means these 12 specimens had no formal training in leadership. What I thought was a good strategy that he used was he at least chose businessmen. I like business people. Religious people are problems. So the people he chose were business people and professional people. Like Matthew was an accountant. Luke was a doctor, a medical doctor. Peter, James, and John owned a fishing company. These were businessmen. And the number one business of that day was fishing in that village around Galilee. So these guys were owners of the top business industry. That's who he chose. Because he wanted to produce leaders. One time, his crowd grew too much. Y'all would remember that one day the people stayed with him for 3 days and they ran out of food. He decided it's my responsibility to make sure that they are fed before they go home. So we know the story. He worked a miracle, multiplied fish and bread, and he fed them. And the Bible says after that meeting was over, 70 joined him. 70. Can you imagine having 12 people and all of a sudden you grew by 70%? Now normally when you grow by 70% you are excited. Jesus was not. He was suspicious. Why? Because he understands big crowds. They are not interested in changing. They're interested in feeding. So he turned to the 70 and he asked them a question. Why do you follow me? That was the question. Now normally if you are a pastor, and your church grew by 70% in one day, you wouldn't ask that question. Matter of fact, you would say, thank you all for coming. But his suspicion was high. He said, why do you follow me? And then he answered the question for them. I know why you follow me. Is it not because of the fish and bread I fed you yesterday? See, there are people who just want miracles, but they don't want to change. And miracles never change people. You would remember the children of Israel. They saw more miracles than any of you could dream of. And in the end, they were still cursing God. And then Jesus topped it off by saying, if you seek for a miracle, you are a wicked and adulterous generation. So he asked them, why are you with me? It's only because of the fish and bread. You just want stuff from me. You want handouts. You people are interested in changing the world. You just want welfare. Watch him now. He says, look, if you want to follow me, if you want to be my disciple, he says, you must stop looking for the bread and the fish, and you must feed on me.